sir.
All right, Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right? Now, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem, Yahweh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to every brother preaching the truth about the four corners of truth and sincerity, all right? Now, what we out here to do is prophesy the downfall of America and various other topics, all right? And the first scripture I want to get is, because this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, all right? And it's prophesied in Jeremiah chapter 50th chapter, all right? Somebody get that? He started Jeremiah 50 verse about 9. Because this place is going to get destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Now, who's going to shoot those missiles? You know, ultimately, the Lord's going to put the thought in these heathens to shoot these missiles, all right? Like, you see all the tension blowing up with Kim Jong-un, you know? You see it with Russia, you know, and China. Trump is always going clashing with this Cold War, quote unquote, but this Cold War is going to be a hot war, right?
Right.
I can get that, Jeremiah 50 and what, 9? Yeah, 9.
Jeremiah 50, verse 9.
Pick up a little bit, Ark.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon.
Against Babylon. Now, what is Babylon? The city of confusion, all right? This city, so-called America, is Babylon. Keep going.
Against Babylon, an assembly of great nations of the north country.
Assembly of great nations of the north country. And you look up the north country in the ancient world, it's Gog and Magog. And in that land today is Russia, all right? They're going to shoot the missiles over here to America, which is Babylon. It's going to be destroyed. So the Lord said, I'm raising up an assembly of great nations for what? Keep going. Out of the north country.
And they shall set themselves in array against her.
In an array against her. What's an array? An arrangement, you know? And they shall not break their array. Them missiles are going to be arrayed against America, man. The missiles going to be arranged by the Heavenly Father, all right? Keep going.
They shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
Exactly, like a mighty expert man. Like another word for a mighty expert man is a what? An archer. All right. The archers shoot what? Arrows. And those great arrows are those nuclear ICBM missiles. All right.
If somebody that's an expert, that means what they're basically specialized. They have perfected it.
Yeah.
So when you go into Russia and all these different missiles they got. Man, they got these missiles that can hold 12 nuclear warheads. They got GPS system. There's also when you go into the book of Joel, it says what? Yeah, right. They got EMPs on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it says what? A mighty expert in war, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
None shall return in vain.
None shall return in vain. These missiles not coming back, man.
Hey, matter of fact, you know, that's a cut. It said none shall return in vain. So America is talking about this defense system that it has, which that's some bullshit. Because once the missiles come, man, ain't no defense. You don't have no. Hey, that reminds you of the movie Empire Strikes Back and shit. Remember he said when Luke was going to the fight, he said your faith is in your friends. He said, you know, and they flew on a mission because they thought that they was gonna have a defense shield down. You know what I'm saying? And when they got up closer and shit, the Emperor fired that warning shot and it came from the Death Star and shit. And he was like, he said, hey, those, he said that thing is operational. So the defense mechanism that America so-called has, they don't have it, man. They bullshit, man. Those things, none of them gonna turn back, man. So they gonna hit their target when they released.
And Khan, you know, because the scriptures also say because the Spirit of the Lord gonna be in those.
Khan, that's right, brother.
So that's why they ain't gonna be able to stop them, man. You know?
Matter of fact, ain't that the same scripture that said, "Now it's your birthday ring"?
No, it's
that's what I'm holding. Okay, Con.
Yeah. But I got it's gonna go on to say the Lord gonna put His Spirit in on missile, man. It says the Lord's wrath, all right? That's the Lord's wrath, His indignation, all right? Keep going, all right?
And Chaldea shall be a spoil.
Chaldea shall be a spoil. These elites today shall be a spoil. Spoil is destroyed, all right? Go ahead.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
Exactly. All that spoiled her shall be satisfied. Like when you wreak vengeance on your enemy, you're what? You're happy. Well, I am anyway. You know, I'm happy to see my enemies defeated. Trodden under their foot. My foot on their neck so-called, like Joshua said, man.
That's right.
Keep going.
Because that spoil means to destroy.
That's right. God.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced. O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
God, the modern day, these elites destroyed our heritage. All right. Keep going.
Because ye are grown fat as the heifer, as grass,
As the grass. God, go ahead.
and bellow as bulls.
Bulls. All right. Go ahead.
Your mother shall be sore confounded.
God, who is your mother? You know, during the Revolutionary War, those Britons, those Great Britons shall be sore confounded. What's confounded? Ashamed. That should be put to shame. You know. You going?
She that bear you shall be ashamed.
God.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
That's this land, man. This land shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, inhabited by what? Dragons and vultures. All right. It's going to lay this land flat. All right. Rivers and all mountains. All right. Keep going. All right?
A wilderness, like people think of a wilderness as like a forest,
Yeah.
a place where it's trees. That's not a real wilderness.
That's right.
That's a forest.
That's right.
Okay, a wilderness is a land that's barren and desolate, man.
That's right.
When we came through the wilderness coming out of Egypt, that was
same.
in a mountainous region,
That's
man.
right. Very
You know?
little, yeah, no food. The animals that lived there were like scorpions and very few. It
Yeah.
wasn't nothing there to
Vipers,
live, man.
you know, snakes,
Yeah, right.
you know, vultures,
Yep.
you know. So it's a barren land, man.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Go ahead,
And
bro.
when you look at that barren land, when you see a forest, what this world thinks that this world think that is a wilderness. Now, what does that forest have? It has life. It's green, you know, which produces life and has animals and birds, not scavengers.
Well, you know what? Well, that's why the Lord is going to destroy America, so we get some real life for life to bring forth. Because when you go into those wildfires, they set them wildfires because what? And the brush grows back thicker.
Yep.
You know. So the same thing what's gonna happen with this place you call America, man. Once the Lord destroys this place, everything is gonna grow back fruitful, man, the way it's supposed to be, man. Go ahead, brother.
Your mother shall be sore confounded. Oh, Salakia. Verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
It shall not be inhabited, but wholly desolate. Now, what shall inhabit it? Not no people, but the creatures that you see in today's deserts. You see salamanders and dragons. All right, you see things that can survive.
Snakes.
Lizards and snakes, owls and vultures.
Yeah.
You know, scavengers. You know. You go, all right.
You saying what's going to be left here?
It's gonna be left. It's gonna be wholly desolate.
Hey, that dope preacher.
Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
It's like, oh my gosh, you know, they should be amazed. This is the brother. Can you jump to 23? Just real quick. Because it said they shall be astonished. And his, why shall they be his? Because why? America was the so-called most powerful country on the face of the earth. All right? You can go jump to 23 real quick.
Verse
Just
23.
22.
Verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
Come on.
How
No,
is
the word hiss don't mean hiss like a snake. It mean they're gonna be speaking words of amazement. Like,
Right.
what the hell is going on? Like, yeah, like panic.
Shock and awe.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
How is the hammer of the old earth cut asunder and broken? Man, how is the most richest and powerful nation on the face of the earth going to be a wholly desolate land, man? Because why? When you just read in what verse was that? 13. It says, because the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, because the wrath of the Lord was upon this place, man. All right? That's why this.
I'm sorry. Hey, another thing, it said the hammer of the earth, man. you rarely hear of other countries going to war. America's always in war with somebody.
Has been.
You don't hear about other countries going to war. When Russia annexed Crimea, what was that city they annexed?
Was it Georgia, Uzbekistan, or something?
No,
it was Georgia some years ago.
No, it was like recently, like last year or something. Crimea.
Yeah.
When they annexed Crimea, hey, that didn't last years and years. That wasn't no drawn out thing. They just went in there and took the land. And then like a couple weeks, you wasn't hearing nothing about it. You know, when America go to war, it go to war for years.
That's right.
5, 10, 15 years, man. You know, they still got troops. They still got bases in Kuwait. They still got troops in Iraq. You know, you're not hearing about it, but they still got troops over there.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, everywhere they had war and conquer, there's troops.
Yeah. They built a military base there and they occupy it.
Right.
You know?
Which is beautiful because that's the same thing that Rome, that's why Rome fell, man, from thinning their armies, man.
Exactly. Yeah. That's get Isaiah 14:4.
Yeah.
Con, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm at 13.
That'll link it up.
I was at 13 too.
Link it up with that.
Con, this is Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Because America has been oppressing the whole world.
Right.
America has been ran and governed by the so-called white man, all right, which the Bible calls the Edomites. And it said how the oppressor has ceased. First of all, he's oppressed the children of Israel, but then they go and try to force their policy around the world. That's why they call it the hammer of the earth. Because what America does is they want to institute a way of life in your country. And if you don't agree, they go to war with you in the process of making you look like the bad guy. So that's why they call it the hammer of the earth, because if you don't do what they say, they're going to smash you and make it seem like you brought it on yourself.
Yep.
It ain't even a way of life, it's a way of corruption. It's right. Shit they bring to you. Go ahead.
Cut. He says, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who hath smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
Right. Them that ruled the people in anger.
Yep.
All right? That's who is this talking about? Starting with the so-called white man, all right? And America, which America represents the so-called white man, okay?
Hey, they ruled us in anger, man.
That's right, bro.
You know, hanging us, lynching us, feeding us to dogs, man.
Yeah, because the scripture says that, man, this is the worst captivity that you'd ever had, man.
Hey, America is ruling the world, basically, right? Hey, they bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki with basically nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
You know, that hammer of the earth, man. Hey, like the brother said, they force their policies. If you can't get what we doing, then we're gonna go to war with you.
Yeah.
No, hey, NATO don't even have to agree with them.
That's right.
They like, we'll just go in alone. You know? So eventually the Lord gonna have to cast that down, man. These countries, man, they haven't forgotten what America has done to them, man.
Right.
They agree for a while. They got that you know, on Friday, what did he say? I'll shut up now, but when he leaves, I'll be back. I'll be talking again. You know? Hey, when America go to them countries to do foreign relations, they act nice. Yeah, how you doing? But you know, in the backgrounds, they preparing for go to war with America, man.
Yeah. Hey, they showed you that in the movie Blood In, Blood Out, man. When Jake and Issachar got together, they was like, you know, they made a pact, like, yeah, you know, we're gonna celebrate a great Mexican holiday, you know, the Day of the Dead. When they killed out the Aryan nation, they was like, they got cool, but then the Issachar gang came at the end, man, and killed off all Jake, man. So they laid in agreement with him, man, until the hell come, man. You know, because these other nations, man, they got it. And not only did they remember what America did to them, they also think that they might be the next superpower, man. Everybody is on scrambling for that power, man. And that superpower is going to be set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Hey, and you know what? They know it's going to be, America ain't going to last. That's why everybody's trying to get their own economies.
Yeah.
You see this rush to pull out of the American economy and start their own policy. You know, because they scrambling for that power, which they all going to be upset. Hey, the scriptures say what? The last shall be first and the first shall be last, man. All of them people that's in rulers, got kingdoms now, they ain't gonna have those kingdoms, man. Hey, we being the last, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the ones that's looked down upon the earth, don't have a seat in the UN, don't have no say-so, live on the land that was taken by other people, with no justification of it. You know, those people are gonna be risen up. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You have something?
Yeah, this is Psalms 2:1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
That's something about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, pursuant to Psalm 83rd chapter. All these various nations that's vying for power, regardless of what they agree or disagree on, they all agree collectively that we should be at the bottom.
That's right.
So regardless of what differences they got, what they share in common is, hey, we're gonna stop them from being the people.
That's right, brother.
And that vain thing they're imagining is that it's gonna be their turn again, like the brother was bringing out. Oh, it's our turn.
And you got those two superpowers right now, China and Russia, man. Right now, man, they in North Korea, man, they raging, man.
Yeah.
Who gonna get that superpower?
Not North Korea.
Not North Korea. Yeah,
mainly like China.
China and Russia.
Yeah, not North Korea. Is low.
They actually think they're going to become a power. They're the only ones that can really go up against America.
Right. Right. And you got some more, brother?
Yeah,
and it shows you that America is falling. It's like Isaiah. Go back to that 14. It said, "Our thou become weak as we." Other nations see America getting weak, man. They got America against the ropes, man. You know, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14.
Get Psalms to what's that? Second watch the heathen rage. People imagine the vain.
Yeah, I got that too. This is Isaiah 14:5. The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right.
He had smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Go ahead.
He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
And that's after the so-called white men go down. Read.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee,
Go ahead.
and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down.
And them fir trees is really symbolic to people too, man. Right. Because when you go into the book of Ezekiel, it tell you what the trees and stuff was jealous of Adam. You know. Go ahead.
God, he says, saying, since thou art laid down.
Right. Saying since thou art laid down. Read.
No fella is come up against us.
And that's actually go double fold because Esau be chopping down all the damn trees, man. Go ahead.
Hell from hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Yeah, meet thee at thy destruction, man. Hell from beneath I've come to meet thee at thy destruction, man. All right, read.
It stirreth up the dead.
Right, it stirreth up the dead, read. Give me Joel the 3rd chapter. Start from like the 10th verse. Go ahead.
He says, for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right, see, even all the chief ones of the earth, man. So you see China, you see, the brother even mentioned North Korea. All right, because really what makes these other nations competitive with so-called white men is not just the money system, it's the point that they have the nuclear missile. All right. So they're fighting over this power on who's going, which we all know. Like as far as them trying to fight for whose currency or who's going to be the next ruler. first of all, the money is going to be done away with.
That's right.
So the yen won't make a difference.
Yep,
The euro won't make a difference.
American dollar.
American dollar, because why the chip is going to be implemented. That's right.